when it comes to VTubers, I am the but Hassan. Everybody is like, oh, but Nyara does this. But Nyara says this. Nyara is evil. Don't you see? Nyara's making people more transphobic. Don't you see? Look at these tweets. And it's just like, trans kids deserve to live. Please stop bullying trans kids. Everyone hates you. Yeah, everybody hates this bitch. There we go. Okay, so today, I saw this little clip. Apparently, Twitch banned Miskiff for 7 days for joking about Charlie Kirk, right? And the comment is...
Guidelines say glorifying, endorsing, or expressing approval of a person's past or current traumatic events. And you said some things in a VOD, I don't know if it was yesterday or when it was, that was basically making light of his death. You know, you said things like...
Pluto, literally everyone does that for everything on Twitch. What?
I mean, apparently across the line when you talked about how you're glad he's dead.
I didn't... I was making a small joke.
I don't know what the joke was, but anyway, I saw a message. You know, someone was tweeting at me and was like, Miskiff just caught a 7-day ban for this on Twitch at Amazon. At Twitch at Amazon, Nyara regularly posts violent quote-unquote kill all Nazis in regards to anyone on the right. Hope nobody brings this violent nutjob up when Dan Clancy has to go before Congress. Can you imagine? Waxy in the games here? Yeah. Can you imagine? These people are like so delusional and so like obsessed with me in that regards that they think that like I am relevant enough to be brought up in a case against Twitch, you know, where the US Congress is going to try to basically force Twitch into banning Hassan and other leftist creators because they're going against the regime, against the quote-unquote free speech regime. Can you imagine if they're going to like roll the clips of an anime Fox girl saying like things like quote-unquote throw bricks at transphobes when I was playing a game where I was throwing bricks at the police? Can you imagine what it would look like? Like, the thing is, like, obviously it would be kind of like scary and terrifying to have like the US government come after you, especially, you know, as like a trans creator who is now was saying that like trans rights are human rights, it's terrorism or whatnot. Like, obviously that's really scary. But for the plot line, I'm just thinking about having grown adults have to play clips of a German anime girl and be like, please, Dan Clancy, explain this to us. Why is this person not banned? Why is this cartoon fox out here saying things like trans rights are human rights, Mr. Clancy? What? Why is that allowed? Honestly, for the plot, I think that would be incredibly funny. This German anime girl is a terrorist. It is just like, it is basically on the same level as this one dude wanting, like, tagging the FBI and wanting me to basically, I don't know, get banned or arrested or freaking extradited into the US. This dude just threatened my life at a bunch of people. Bro, can you read? Write me an email when the leopards eat your face. And then I blocked him. And then he started tagging the FBI. He started to tag the FBI. That's so funny. Wait, let me show this. At Nyara VT, this person has threatened my life. At FBI Director Cash Patel. Please, everyone, share this. I want to get this ever banned. And then the reply to it was a link to the German, basically, like, equivalent of, like, the FBI, you know, like, some... And, like, on the website, when it comes to, like, report a threat, right? That's, like, the link to it. When you go to report a threat, it says, you have information about plans for acts of violence or terrorist attacks. German anime folk skills, the biggest threat to the white race. I'm just like thinking about the headlines, right? it would be terrifying, right? And it would make me go broke because of lawyer fees and shit like that, right? And it would be terrifying to have like a target on your back, and the target is literally like the US government. But for the plotline, it would be so funny. It would be so funny to basically have like US Congress sit there and be like, so this anime girl, quote unquote girl, I don't even want to call it a girl, is sitting here saying things like, misgendering a trans person is bad, actually. What? That is terrorism. What do you mean fascism is bad? That's terrorism. And then they're going to like FaceTime me. You know, they're rolling like an iPad into the hearing, making me defend myself. And it's like an iPad with the anime girl. Oh god, it would be so funny. For the plot, right? I'm always like thinking about the storyline, about the plot line. It would be so funny. It would be iconic. Like obviously the thing is like I don't actually matter, right? I do not have like a huge platform. I don't have like that much of reach, you know? I'm still a VTuber. Obviously, people are not going to take me seriously, but there are a lot of people, when they name like the quote-unquote bad people of the trans community, they name drop me alongside Christian and Lily Tino and whatnot in order to justify their transphobia and hatred. Crazy Twitter cloud. Yeah. Mr. President, a second anime Fox girl has hit the X. It's just like I am not on the same level as someone like Hassan, right? Who is actually a public speaker and actually goes to protests and, you know, has news coverage. It would be so funny. It would be so funny. I know there are like so many transphobic people where I'm like living rent-free in their head, and literally any time. I showed this a while ago. It's so funny. Sometimes I look for my name on Twitter and I search by latest. And people keep bringing me up, even if it doesn't have anything to do with me. This was a reply to a tweet where a dog was playing Resident Evil. And the caption was like, oh, I'm going to say that the games are making the dog violent as well, or whatnot. And this person was like, well, it looks to be a German Shepherd. You know exactly where they'd go with shit. Would still rather watch that over Nyara clips. Dude saw German and thought of me. That is so funny. Daddy Trump, this German anime Fox girl is saying scary things like trans rights. Can you please send ICE agents to her and report her back to Germany? Literally living rent-free in their head. Yeah, exactly. It's so ridiculous. But, you know, for the plot, I am so down. But yeah, it's so ridiculous. Like, I also have, like, my friends and so on. They always tell me that, like, when they bring up my name, like, when people keep bringing up my name, even though it has nothing to do with it, I see so many tweets of people being like, well, your opinion doesn't matter because you retweet Nyara. And it's like, just one tweet a while ago, like a month ago, that was, like, retweeted. That is, like, literally, when it comes to Twitch creators, right? When people on the right are getting banned, people are in the comments being like, but Hassan, but what about Hassan? When it comes to VTubers, I am the but Hassan. Everybody is like, oh, but Nyara does this. But Nyara says this. Nyara is evil. Don't you see? Nyara's making people more transphobic. Don't you see? Look at these tweets. And it's just like, trans kids deserve to live. Please stop bullying trans kids. Everyone hates you? Yeah, everybody hates this bitch.